Hey, good morning. This is Jerry over at Wealth Dynamics. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. I am coming to you live again on my way to the Wealth Dynamics headquarters, and I want to share with you a message today that's probably going to be a little bit controversial. That's okay though. That's what we do here. But it's going to be the topic. It's going to be the topic of my course tonight at 6 p.m. Alaska time. So I remember growing up, we weren't wealthy. Like we were the furthest thing from it. I like to tell people that we were upper lower class. And basically, like, we were so unwealthy that I didn't know anyone that was wealthy. That wasn't real to me. As I started growing up, like 16, 17, 18, I started meeting more people and started seeing around me that there were some people that had money and there were some people that didn't have money. And in my mind, I just thought the ones that had money were lucky and greedy and all the stuff that I learned was bad and the reason why those people were wrong. So I was justifying in my head because I was one of the ones that didn't have money and my family was always in that position. And as I started to study money, it was hard for me to keep that mindset when I was trying to help people with finances. You know, I couldn't sit down with somebody that was in debt, paycheck to paycheck, that wanted to get ahead and not be able to present them with a solution other than rich people are bad and money is evil and don't be greedy and that's why you should stay where you're at. That's not what the goal was. So I was trying to help them, and in that course of trying to help them, I started to research what the successful people were doing with their money. You know, what are the wealthy people actually doing with their money? And what I started to find was that it wasn't that complicated. When I started looking at the differences, it became very clear. Very clear. All right. Now, here's the reason that some people have money and others don't. I'm just going to break it out to you really quick here. Those that have money and wealth because they behave differently with finances than those who do not. Period. There's no other reason. There's no circumstance. There's no economic. There's no, economy. There's not racism. It's not sexism. If you have money, it's because you behave a certain way with money. If you don't have money, it's because you behave a different way with money, period. And so what I started doing is I started diving into, well, what were those differences? You know, what are the things that the wealthy were doing that the people that weren't wealthy were not doing? And it comes down to those that are wealthy see money as an objective tool. They're not emotionally attached to it. They don't care about it. And they're willing to remove themselves and distance themselves emotionally to make entirely logical decisions with their money. So they don't need creature comforts, they don't need vacations, they don't need all this stuff because they realize that's not freedom. So they make all of their decisions based on how can I get my time back, how can I make my money make money, and how can I reduce my taxes. That's where they spend their time, attention, and money on. Now, those who are not wealthy are completely opposite. They make their financial decisions based on emotions, based on how they feel. And usually it's greed, fear, or comfort. Those are usually the three decision-making factors for those that don't have wealth. It's greed, fear, and comfort. They're either doing something because they're greedy, they think that they can buy enough Bitcoin to get rich in 2 minutes, or they're doing something out of fear, hoarding cash because they're afraid of what's going to happen, or they're making decisions out of comfort. They're broke, but they can still justify going to McDonald's and spending $20 on fast food. Or they don't have any money, but they can justify spending $2,000 on a credit card to go on a vacation. So that's the reason why some people are wealthy and some people aren't. It's not that the wealthy had an advantage. It's not their skin color. It's not their body parts. It's none of that stuff. It's the wealthy are more financially educated and they have more discipline with their money. Those who aren't wealthy don't have those things. And here's the thing, they could have those things. Anybody could become disciplined with money. Anybody could gain financial knowledge. Anybody could start to operate with money the way that the top 1% do, but you have to make a decision that you actually want to. That's the thing, and that's what I came to realize as I started coaching more and more people, is the rhetoric that's repeated is, man, I want financial freedom, just because that's the right answer. Most people don't, though. Most people, they want comfort, they want vacation, they want, whatever they want without having to pay for it or work for it. And so they end up in debt, they end up paycheck to paycheck, they end up with no money saved, they end up, not having any investments because that's what they invested in instead. But when it comes down to, all right, I actually want to hard-nosed go at it and build wealth, that means that you give up on a lot of stuff for a short amount of time until you hit that target when you can finally enjoy those things. See, people look at me a lot. I'm 27 years old. I've never taken a vacation. I'm not bragging, I'm just telling you facts. I've never actually taken a legit vacation where I just took time off and went somewhere to relax. I rent, I don't own a home. Okay, I drive a nice vehicle, but I lease it through my business because I can write it off on my taxes. I buy clothes at the sales section at Nordstrom Rack. I don't go to, you know, these designer stores and buy these expensive outfits. I don't own a fancy watch. I don't know if I ever will. And it's because that's not my target. Okay, my target is financial freedom. Part of my story is my mom died of cancer when she was 60, and she didn't have financial freedom, and I was her financial advisor at that point. I didn't have the tools, the time, or the resources to help her get where she needed to be at. So I saw in real life what happens when you don't have the right plans in place. So tonight at 6, guys, 6 p.m. Alaska time, I'm going to be teaching about wealth. I'm going to be teaching about the distinct factors that make some people wealthy and other people not wealthy. And it's not about the government. It's not going to be about racism or sexism or any of that rhetoric and crap we have going on in the news today. It's going to be about, here are the ingredients. Okay, if I have cupcakes, it's because I baked cupcakes and I had the ingredients for cupcakes and I followed the instructions. If you don't have cupcakes, it's because you didn't bake them, you didn't have the ingredients, and you didn't follow the instructions. It's not because of anything else. So if I can show you, here's the ingredients, go get them, here's the instructions, go follow them, and you'll get the result. That's what course will be about tonight. So real quick, if you're watching this and you want to tune in tonight, it's at 6 p.m. Alaska time. We did just set up desks and a course room in our office. So if you want to come by in person in Anchorage here, it's absolutely free. Okay, we don't charge you a dime, there's no pitch, just free information, okay? And if you want to learn more about that, we're at 616 East Street. Show up tonight at 6. Or you can click the link on the comments. If you're maybe out of state or you don't want to go out tonight, or you're afraid of us still because you think that we're going to steal from you or rip you off or waste your time, just watch us on Facebook Live. The link right there, you can click on that. You can register for the course. That'll be tonight at 6 p.m. Alaska time. The link actually is going to go to a private webinar. So you could live stream it here. That link instead will give you private webinar access, probably a little bit better sound quality, and you might get a little more attention from my team there as well. So that's all I've got for you today, guys. Thank you for watching. And if this video helped you, make sure, again, you show up to our course, whether you're in person or online, you like the video, you share the video, and you subscribe to my content so that I can further add value to you. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you soon.